So we're looking at rounding and estimation. In mathematics, this is very important because in the real world, if you think about it, you will not always be able to do exact calculations when you're in a hurry. For example, in the store or depending on the circumstance. You should be able to do exact calculations though, however. You need to have that skill. But what I'm saying is if you're in an informal setting, you're just trying to find an estimate of how much you need to be able to afford your groceries, for example. You go to the store or you're going back to school and you're shopping and you see those numbers and maybe you're quickly trying to add up, okay, how much do I need? Do I have enough? Will $20 cover that? Well, of course it will. But it's very good to have that skill. And some engineers will tell you, you need to be able to have good number sense and know exactly, we're trying to build a bridge, will this amount work, and so on. You need to be able to put numbers in perspective. So rounding and estimation, very important skills. But in order to do well in rounding and estimation, you need to understand your place value. So place value will help you to understand, as you think of the value of each number, and so on, that will help when you're rounding. So again, the nature of math is one topic feeds another one, helps you get ready, and so on for the next one. So if I have 235, and I'm trying to round to the tens place, I look at the number to the right of the tens place. In this case, the number is 5, and I'm trying to round to the tens place. Well, that will become 240. And if you're using front-end estimation, or in this case, if you're trying to round to the hundreds place, well, that's just going to be 200. The same principle applies if you're dealing with 490 and you're trying to round to the nearest 100. Well, if you're rounding to the nearest 100, the number next to the hundreds place is greater than 5, or equal to 5. In this case, it's 9. So that will be 500. And then you have 323. If you're trying to round to the nearest tens, you would look at the tens place. There's a 2. The number to the right, is that greater than or equal to 5? It's less than, and so that would just become 320. And of course, if you're going to the hundreds place, it would be the same thing. But let's do one more. If you have like 596, if we're trying to round that to the nearest 100, that's going to move up to 600. So in conclusion, if you're trying to add up numbers, and maybe there's a lot of decimals, and you choose to round or estimate, to the nearest whole number, or whatever the case might be. Here you might change that to 2, you change that to 1, and you change that to 16, and you just have 16 plus 1, 17 plus 2, 19. So notice 19, oh, okay, I have $20. Now you need to, of course, take into account taxes, and all the other things that might come from that. So that's just an example of how you would use that at the store. Now, if you're in West Africa, if you're in Nigeria, and you're trying to add up for your shopping, going back to boarding school, and you need a backpack and a comb, again, you can estimate those. You have 300 naira, 100 naira, you add that, and it's safe to always have a little extra. It doesn't hurt to be able to have change rather than pick up all the products and then realize you don't have enough money. So rounding and estimation are very good tools for anybody. Whether it's in math or a math class or in engineering or in the grocery store, it's always good to know how to round and estimate. But never forget, it's important that you also know how to get exact answers because you will need that tool. So thank you and have a wonderful day.